Hey besties, welcome or welcome back. Let's save some money and craft with pine cones. They are free. All you have to do is go find them. For this pine cone DIY, I purposely got a curved pine cone. I wanted it to be that way. I've also got this wired jute cord from the Dollar Tree. And then I've got these two little scrap pieces of wood that were the same size, and I'm going to glue them together eventually. And then I've got a walnut furniture marker from the Dollar Tree. That other shoelace thing I did not end up using. I'm going to take the marker and I'm just going to color both sides of those little triangular pieces. By the way, we're making a reindeer. So I'm going to take the wired jute and I'm going to create a shape that becomes legs, and then I'm going to duplicate that same piece and make the other set of legs, and you'll see here. So now I'm just going to curve them and I'm going to be able to stick them right in between the little petals. And so what I will do is now work on the head. So I'm going to take a piece of the wired jute, put it around where the head would be, and then pull up the wired jute and make little antlers. And that's how long that will be. And I kind of twist that up, bend down the antlers, and then I'm going to attach it directly to where the head will be on the deer. And I did hot glue that off camera. I forgot to film that. And that's just sitting there perfectly now. Next, I'm going to put some hot glue in between some petals, and I'm going to put the back legs on there, add a little more hot glue to secure it. And then I'm going to do the same thing to attach the front legs. So cute, and this is so easy. You could use pipe cleaners too. I just love that wired jute. It's got that kind of natural color. I'm going to clip off the leg so that it stands nicely, and then get rid of that excess jute because you know there's a wire in there. And then I'll just arrange the legs so it'll stand. And now I'm going to glue those two triangles together. This is going to be his little head. So once I've got those glued together, I'm going to put some glue on that long side and put it right up against the wire jute. And now he's got a cute little head. I'm going to cut off another little piece and kind of double it over, and this is going to be our tail. So I'll just kind of twist the ends, and then I'm going to hot glue it directly to his rear end and attach his little tail. And you got to hold it a little. I'm also going to add a little extra glue all around it and make sure that it's nice and secure. If you are enjoying this video, please hit the like button. I would appreciate it. The last thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of hot glue to the bottom of each of his feet because there's a wire in there, and this will prevent that from scratching anything. It'll just have like a nice little, cushion there. And you know what? He's all done. And I think he or she, I guess it's a he with the antlers, is adorable. And I just think this came out so, so cute. What a fun little thing you could do with a pine cone. Now you could add a string and hang this as an ornament. I didn't, but you certainly could. Look how adorable that is. Oh my gosh. Do you want to make this now? Let me know what you think. For this pine cone DIY, I've got a pine cone, I've got a wood slice that came from a larger set of them from Amazon, and then I've also got my Fern Waverly chalk paint. I'm going to take my nippers and I'm going to clip off some of the petals from the bottom because I want this to be able to lay a little bit flatter. And then I'm going to take my tin snips, which you can also get on Amazon. It's an awesome tool, and I'm going to get rid of that point at the bottom so it will lay flat. Now I'm going to take the fern chalk paint and I'm just going to start painting all the way around the pine cone, starting from the bottom down. And then once that is done, I'll turn the pine cone over and start painting the other direction. That way you can see it from both sides. And you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. I just dab it in there. And there it is. Now I'm going to take some of this jute and I'm just going to wrap it around. It's the wired jute, and make like a little stand for the Christmas tree. It'll glue better to that. And then I will put a lot of hot glue and I'm going to set my tree right on top of that. And literally that makes it stay so nice and secure. I've got these little flurry things that are like snow. I think they were from Walmart. And I'm going to put some Mod Podge all over the tree. And I'm just going to, dab it in there all over. And once I get it on there, I'm going to just start, spreading the little snow flurries all over. And let me just tell you, this is messy. And I do try to take the excess and use it. I'm going to put some Mod Podge around the base of the wood slice, and I'm going to try to get some of that snow that's sitting on my table and get it on there. And I was able to do it. That doesn't mean I got all of it, but I think it looks so pretty. I love that kind of iridescent, aspect to it. Now I've got these two little teeny plastic stars that came off something. I saved them, and I'm going to hot glue them together so it's like two-sided now. And I'm just going to put that right on the top of the tree with a little hot glue. And now our tree has this gorgeous star that also has that kind of iridescent look like the snow. Took a little teeny frosted, kind of like an evergreen type pick. And then I've got another one that looks like a stem with little snowflakes on it. I'm just going to hot glue that right at the bottom there. And I think that just adds a little interest. It makes it look like it's maybe really sitting outside somewhere, because this wouldn't be necessarily an indoor tree, even though I added a star. So there you go. I've also taken these really dark, beautiful berries from a pick, and I'm just going to clip off a little bunch of them. I'm going to hot glue them right in the center of that extra pick I added to the wood slice. And I think this one is gorgeous. I did not add a string. I think this would be cute for a tier tray or a shelf. And I decided it's not going to be an ornament, but you most certainly could do that. And I really like this one. You'll have to let me know what you think. For this pine cone DIY, I've got one pine cone, and I'm going to use my Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint. We are going to make a snowman pine cone. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and take my little nippers and just clip off some of those petals, if you will, on the bottom so that this will sit a little bit nicer. I just wanted to tell you how much I love our little Bestie community. Everyone is so encouraging and supportive. Let's all make friends down in the comments and chat with one another. So I'm going to go ahead and just flock the whole thing. And then I've got this styrofoam ball, and it's too big for the snowman head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to score like around the circle one way and then like a crisscross around. And I'm just going to go in like maybe not even a quarter of an inch. And once I do that, I'm going to start scraping off that layer. You'll see what I'm doing right here. I'm just using my Cricut scraper tool. And it's just perfect because it gives me that circle and it takes it off pretty evenly. So there you can see now it's just a better size for the pine cone. I've got some black pipe cleaners, and I'm going to cut off little pieces to make the eyes and the mouth. Now for the eyes, I'm going to make them a little longer, fold them in half and poke them right in. And for the mouth, I'm just going to make little teeny pieces and poke them in the shape of a mouth. And I thought this worked really well. Using like a marker on this, it just doesn't like go on evenly. So this was, I thought, a better choice. I don't know if you've heard or not, but we're doing a crafty cruise getaway in February to the Bahamas. And you can go on the cruise, and there's going to be craft classes with myself and 4 other channels. A link with more info will be down in my description box below. I'm going to take an orange pipe cleaner and just cut a little piece and fold it in half and make a loop on one side and tighter on the other, and I'm going to hot glue it, and that's going to be our little snowman's nose. And I think he's starting to look really cute. I'm going to put a generous amount of hot glue on that bottom part of the pine cone and attach the head. I took a Dollar Tree ribbon with little snowflakes on it, and I'm just going to make a scarf out of it by hot gluing it on, and I will dovetail the ends. And then I'm going to take this empty spool from ribbon from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to take off the top, kind of get off the excess, and I'm going to cut a little circle to cover the hole and hot glue that on the top. And then I'm just going to take a permanent marker that's black, and I'm going to just like basically put it all over, and that is my snowman hat. So now I'm glad I saved those things. I'm going to hot glue that right to the top, and he's looking so cute. I'm going to turn him into an ornament, so I'm going to wrap some twine in between the petals and tie a knot on the back, and then pull up that twine on the top, tie another knot for the hanger, and then I'm going to add a little pipe cleaner around the rim of the hat and a little piece of greenery and some berries. This was so easy and adorable, and I think this would be such a fun craft to make if you were trying to do something quickly or with kids or grandkids. It's so easy and so fun. And look how adorable that is. You could use all kinds of different ribbons to make the scarf. It would be so cute. For this pine cone DIY, I've got a pine cone, and then I've also got my Nimbus Waverly chalk paint, which is just kind of like an off-white, gray-white. And then I've got this placemat. I think I got it at Dollar General. I had used some before. And then I've got these half beads I got on Amazon, and they are awesome. I'm going to paint about 2/3 of this pine cone just with the dabbing motion with the Nimbus color. And like you said, it's almost white, but it's kind of got a slight gray tint. And there it is. And now I'm going to attach the little bead. This is going to be a gnome. And I'm going to attach the little bead to make his nose. Found a nice little flat spot on the pine cone, which worked out perfectly. Next, I'm going to cut like a triangle off of this placemat. You know what? I'm not that great at making cones, so I end up doing a lot of maneuvering to make this work. But I am going to hot glue it around the top of the gnome, and that becomes like his head. And I just kind of keep adjusting. And you know what? There's probably a better way to do this. But yeah, this is what I did. Anyway, so now I'm going to attach it to where the nose is so that it sits right on the nose. You know how the gnomes always have their nose partway covered. I'm just going to keep gluing until I get the shape that I want. Lots of gluing and lots of maneuvering here. I do love this placemat. I think it's gorgeous. So as I wrap up attaching it, I'm going to find that there's a little excess there, so I'm going to cut it off, and that will help me not have to maneuver quite so much. But I will continue gluing and getting it down. I'm going to learn how to do this better. I do need to work on this one. I'm going to take the top of the gnome hat. I'm going to hot glue it down so it looks like it's folded down. And then I'm going to get my Dollar Tree ribbon with the snowflake, and I'm just going to make like a rim all the way around the hat, right where it meets the pine cone. I'll just hot glue that on the front, the sides, and the back, and then I'll cut off the excess and attach the last little bit. I love this ribbon. It's so cute, and it's just really festive and simple. It's just not too busy. I've been using it a lot lately. Now I'm going to take a little snowball and I'm going to attach it as a pom-pom on the end of his hat. And I love the way that looks. I think it's so cute. I love those little styrofoam balls. I'm going to take this pink acrylic paint, put a drop on my finger and just put it on his nose. And then I'm going to take some twine, wrap it through the little pinecone petals, tie it in the back, and then I'm going to tie at the very top and make a hanger so this one could be an ornament. So I'm just going to take care of that, and I'm going to glue it down a little bit in the back because it was just hanging kind of funny and I wanted to just secure it a little bit more. And look how adorable he is. I never used to like gnomes, but I'm starting to like them. I don't like the creepy ones, but I really do like these cutesy little ones. Let me know what you think. That's it for today. Let me know which one was your favorite. You are truly a blessing to me. I've got another video on the screen that I think you will really like. So go ahead and click on it. And if you do, I will see you there. Bye.